Hello, coffee lover. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Truth. This is about clearing the clutter. The clutter that I'm referring to is what's happening up here. My thoughts, my reactions, emotions, all of that. Consciousness, sum total of your thoughts. I had this realization yesterday that it is so important for me in my experience, and this is what I wanted to share, that I've been working in the past really 8 to 10 years clearing away the clutter in my mind. And the way I've been able to do that is to gradually eliminate those influences that are affecting my thoughts, with me being unconscious about it. And those influences are TV, radio, conversations with many people complaining about something or another. Also today with our cell phones, we're constantly engaged. There's so much information in the matrix coming at us that it's clogging and cluttering up our minds. So we have lost the ability to focus. And I understood in my realization how important it is to really simplify things and focus singularly rather than allow our thoughtware, our programmed thoughts that we've been programmed since we were kids in our minds. So being more aware and conscious and not allowing that thoughtware program to run our lives where we are unaware. We can't even hear our thoughts because there's too much going on. We are bombarded daily, especially in the U.S. I've had to leave the U.S. in order to not be bombarded like that and live in a place that's quiet where I can hear my thoughts, where I know what I'm thinking, because as a creator, I create through the thoughts that I think. If it's by default and I'm not aware of my thoughts and I'm unconscious, then life is creating for me and I'm just in a reactionary phase. So what I choose to do is be the creator I came here to be, to think the thoughts, to focus, and create that way. And coffee is part of my ritual in doing this. And I really recommend that everyone have a ritual that they do every day. Best thing is right in the morning when you wake up, because you've come from an unconscious state into a waking physical state. And coffee is a tremendous benefit in assisting that transition. It brings us into the current physical awake state. The fresher, and my belief is, the fresher the roast, the more effective coffee is in doing this. 100% Arabica coffee, freshly roasted, roast, grind, and brew, and create your own morning ritual. I do this every morning. So with a clear head, I can choose what I want to create. They've been doing this in Ethiopia, as I said many times before, for over 1,000 years. It's called the Ethiopian coffee ceremony. And it's roast, grind, and brew in that order. But the ceremony in Ethiopia takes hours because they're not using the kind of equipment that we can use today in order to do that same process. So ritual is really very important. If you're not consciously doing ritual, you're not going to be as effective as if you're deliberately and consciously creating your own ritual. And let me give you an example of that. So currently, the French Open tennis tournament is going on, and I used to be a junior tennis player, competitive tennis player, so I'm interested and really like keeping track and watching it. And there is one individual by far who stands out from everyone in the tournament, and that is in the men's, Rafael Nadal. And he's going for his 11th, unprecedented 11th French Open win. And if you notice when you watch Nadal, he has obsessive compulsive behaviors. He is doing stuff on the court that are very little, minute details, and he does this as a ritual. He does it repetitively, and he does it as a ritual. The way he drinks his fluids and puts the bottle in a particular place, the way he walks, not stepping on the lines. He goes through this ritual all the time. And what is he doing? He is focusing. He's focusing on these small things which are meaningless emotionally. There's no emotional attachment there. You can see that he's just going through this ritual in order to keep his focus. And his focus puts him in the zone. So he is playing on a level better than any of the other players. If you look at the other players, especially the younger ones, they're looking towards the stand, they're looking to their coaches. Their focus is not on the court all the time. And as a result, they're not focused as well, and they're not playing as well. So I really believe that coffee can help us get in that zone if we go through this daily ritual and clear our mind. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off our phones, put it aside, and spend time, the longer the better, but it takes time to gradually increase the amount of time that you spend alone in this state. If you need to go in the garage and do it to get away, do it. It really is very important to have that peace of mind, to have that quiet time in order to hear your own thoughts, because only by hearing your own thoughts and seeing what program is currently running. Is it a trauma-based program from a childhood? It could be. Is it another program that something you've been thinking about because circumstances are creating a certain situation in your life right now? It could be. So I need to release those negative thoughts that aren't serving me, clear the clutter of my mind, and focus on the thoughts which will help me create what I want to create. And that's really the key. So coffee and consciousness, there's a very strong link. This is going a little deeper into that in clearing the clutter. So I recommend everyone try that. The easiest way to do that is first thing in the morning with your own coffee ritual, and using high quality 100% Arabica coffee, freshly roasted, ground, and brewed. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave you with a little Feels So Good.